Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. All right, let's actually talk about ADHD and sex because it is the topic that everyone with ADHD struggles with, and we just don't talk about it enough. So when Barry and I very first started dating, we very quickly realized that ADHD did not just affect me, it affected our relationship, it affected him, and surprisingly, it affected our sex life. And I know that I am not alone in feeling like that, and I know that so many other ADHDs really struggle with this. So if that is you, what if I told you that if in just 7 days we are going to be able to help you and your partner learn how ADHD impacts sex, intimacy, your connection, learn how to manage ADHD symptoms that interfere with sex, strengthen your connection, deepen your intimacy, and reignite and spice up your sex life? What if that was possible?
You're probably thinking this all sounds great, but how is this challenge going to help?
Before we do get into that, I really did want to share something quick. Over the past couple of weeks, Barry and I have had a lot going on. I was in a state of overwhelm and burnout, and he was stressed and tired. We really began to notice that we were starting to feel distant and disconnected from one another, and usually the old us would have just ignored this and it would have made the situation worse. But because we have these strategies and know how to implement them to avoid these situations, whenever the two of us actually notice that we're starting to feel a little bit distant or disconnected, we take action. And over the last 2 days in particular, we really decided that we needed some us time. So we used the strategies that we're actually going to teach you in the 7-day ADHD intimacy challenge. And we focused on reconnecting, we focused on deepening our connection, and then we spiced things up. And it worked like it always does. We have a process, we implement it, and because of that, we have the relationship that we have. Barry and I have honestly spent the last 2 years working on our relationship, and the way we've navigated the past few weeks has just further confirmed that the strategies that we implement work. The thing is, ADHDers are very all or nothing, and that's where we get into trouble, right? Sometimes intimacy gets boring. Sometimes we forget about sex. Sometimes we forget that our beautiful partners even exist. And then on the other hand, sometimes it's all we think about. Sometimes it's all that we literally fixate on. And this all or nothing thinking isn't the only thing that makes sex hard when it comes to ADHD. We often also really struggle with getting distracted during sex. Changes in our libido, so sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. We struggle with rejection sensitivity that can really impact our confidence in the bedroom. And then because of ADHD, our kind of tendencies and symptoms, we can also have a lack of connection. I want you to know that there are ways you can manage it. I never believed that a relationship like the one Barry and I have was even possible, but I've never felt so in love in my whole life, and it all comes down to both partners being willing to put in the work. And if you want a relationship that is full of sex, it's full of love, it's full of connection and deep intimacy, if you want all of this, all that you need is an understanding of how ADHD impacts your relationship and sex life. You need the strategies to be able to manage these challenges, and you need to focus on building connection, deepening that intimacy, and spicing up sex. And this is exactly what we are going to be taking you guys through in the 7-day ADHD intimacy challenge. In the course of the 2 years that Barry and I spent working on our relationship, we have completed courses. We've both had personal coaches, and while all of these general personal development tools are helpful, and they were helpful, they didn't really help with how to actually navigate ADHD specifically in your relationship. So what we did is we then spent the next 2 years researching, learning, trialing different things in our relationship. We really had to figure it out on our own. And now that we've discovered what works and we've seen it replicated with our private clients, we are going to teach you all. And this 7-day ADHD intimacy challenge is not going to be full of general tips and advice. We are giving you ADHD specific tools. All right, let's get into what's involved in the challenge. So you get 7 modules, 7 challenges, 7 reflective activities. As a bonus, because this is the first time running this course, we are also going to offer a private Facebook community. We are also going to offer a live Q&A with both Barry and I, and you guys are going to be receiving a bonus module from an unreleased upcoming course. So, these 7 modules and activities, every single day a new module is going to unlock, and each module is going to include a 5 to 10 minute video that will guide you through the daily challenge and give you some teaching and education based on that specific day. You're also going to get 7 reflective activities. So each day you will have the opportunity to participate in a reflection activity, either individually or with your partner, and it's going to help you unpack what may be coming up for you, which is going to be really useful for the live Q&A. We also obviously are going to have this private Facebook community, and this is where you're going to have direct access to both Barry and I for the duration of the 7-day challenge. And this is where you guys are going to be able to ask questions. You're going to be able to get advice and support from both the other people in the challenge and us. You are also going to get the bonus post-challenge question and answer, and this is where we're going to be holding that live call about a week or so after the challenge, and we're going to be answering any of the questions that have come up in the group or in the Facebook community, or even just you guys have DM'd us basically. We have also included a bonus special module from our upcoming unreleased 7-week course, and these teachings are really going to help you gain valuable insights into how intimacy, sex, and connection differ for people with ADHD and their partners. And like we mentioned, you are going to get lifetime access. So this basically means that you can come and you can get a refresher on the course whenever you need. And like I mentioned at the start, this is what Barry and I very much do. These are tools that we use over and over again. So you can repeat this challenge as many times as you like. What I want you to do is this. Imagine a life where you can confidently say to yourself, our sex life has never been better. My partner and I have found strategies to navigate distractions, allowing us to fully enjoy and connect during intimate times. I've never felt more connected to my partner. I've learned to communicate openly with my partner about how my ADHD affects intimacy, and we work together to find what works best for us. I finally feel confident when it comes to spicy time. I now know how to manage my distractibility and overthinking when we are being intimate.
Now ask yourself this. How badly do you want this? Is a future like this worth investing in? What happens if you don't take action soon? What will your relationship look like if you don't do something now?
I know for a fact that the reason I am who I am and I am where I am today is because of the investments that both Baz and I have made in both ourselves and our relationship. So I really want to ask you this question. What is it going to cost you if you don't take action now? Because I know that if I didn't take action when I took action, I would have lost the relationship. I would have been in a much worse place. And for me, that is not where I want to be. And I would have really lost out on a lifetime of all of these beautiful images that you can see. So to me, the value is truly invaluable. Now I want you to imagine yourself. Imagine your relationship and your sex life a year from now without making any changes. Would you be happy? I want to leave you with this. Love is far more than just a feeling. Love is action. And like I said, that's the reason that Barry and I are where we are today. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you deserve to invest in your relationship. You deserve someone who's willing to learn and grow with you. And you deserve a happy, healthy, thriving sex life and relationship ADHD. And we are going to leave you on that and say that we will see you in the challenge. And we cannot wait to transform your relationship just as much as we have transformed ours. Love you all. Bye.